Yo, so today I'm gonna try and make this Playmates 1990 movie Leonardo look more like this NECA 1990 movie Leonardo. We'll see if I can, and I'm gonna show you how, and hopefully it works out. But let's So my first step today is gonna be sanding, and I got this very fine grit sandpaper recently, and I'm just gluing it to an old nail file so that I can have it flexible and use it like I use a nail file, but get a little finer because of the grit. But before I do that, I'm using my Dremel so I can quickly take off a bunch of his nose there. I guess his upper beak, you would call it. But yeah, he likes it. Now I cover everything with a matte acrylic varnish. This is my base coat, and gonna help everything stick. I want to do as thin as possible, really. I generally try to do, just so it doesn't. And this is, I just happen to grab this guy because Scarlet Spider is my favorite like variant. Even though he's not a variant, he's a clone of Spider-Man. But I'm using THICKET green now, and I'm just kind of getting darker in some spots. I want to get all the cracks, and then just kind of dry brush it around, make it a little blotchy. It's just a little darker than the color he already is. Now I'm going in all the definition of the muscles and stuff, and then dry brush it around just to look, again, blotchy but darker in the depths of the muscle. Now I'm dry brushing it on the shell, because I just want to get a little bit on and not the same everywhere, and just kind of look natural and highlight all the definition of all the details. Yeah. Now I'm going in the cracks of his front shell there, and with a burnt umber, that's going to make it all pop out more. And now I dry brush around and on the sides of the shell with the same burnt umber, and I'm gonna do 2 coats of dry brush on this because I want it to look natural but also darker around the edges is what I'm going for, because that's how it is in the movie. And then do a little bit on the shell. I want to get lots of colors on the shell to make it really pop out. Now I have a raw sienna, and I'm blending. It's very close to the color the shell already was, but I'm blending in with the paint that I added, the burnt umber on the sides. Yeah, and now dry brushing that onto the back of the shell to pick up more details and make everything look cool and organic and detailed. Yeah. So now I'm using a satin real brown. Satin's the finish, so it's like a semi-gloss. It kind of just looks like leather at the end instead of plastic. So that's why I'm using that color, just for his belt and his pads and the strap that goes over. But I'm going to use different color for his katana and the holder. Now I have a daffodil yellow, and I'm just doing a little bit of dry brushing on his front of his beak there. That makes it really look even bigger, so if I didn't sand it down, it was already huge. It would have looked even bigger. But also dry brushing on all his skin, so it's going to pick up all the details and make the dark that I put into those lines look even darker and pop out more and make the skin look more natural. He's got a lot of tones on the skin in the movie, but also I want to lighten up his chest there with the daffodil yellow, so you made it halfway. Thanks a lot for being here. This is a little treat I found. I just threw it in here. I thought it was cool. It's from the movie. It's not Leo, but still cool. And this is a nickel azo gold. I haven't used this one for a while. It was my previous go-to paint that looks like leather when it's done, but you have to go on top of a brown, or otherwise it's kind of orangey. It's nickel azo gold. I just got it randomly in like a pack or a set of paints, and I did the strap, one strap on the belt, a different color, so it looks like different leather, so it pops out more. Now I have a cinnamon brown, and I'm just dry brushing a little bit on all the places that I painted to look like leather, because it'll just look like wear and tear, and like if you scrape leather it doesn't look as shiny. And that's what I was going for there. And also here, leaving a little bit of the shininess, but also like it looks aged and worn. Now I have a toothpick, and I'm just getting the little details on his belt with some silver. And the toothpick is just a hard, small point, so not a lot of chance of smearing it around on the little details. Now, that's not a matte acrylic. Okay. I did parchment, so it's just an off-white that make the leather look a lot more aged. Now I have a matte acrylic varnish, and then I did pure black in the eyes. I wanted to paint his eyes since I first saw him, because the white dot in his eye, well, that picture he has a white light shine, but right in the center it looked off. I didn't like that. And now I have a black wash. I'm putting a lot on, but it's just gonna seep into all the cracks and make them look darker and make them deeper, and just leave it in there and it'll just soak into the cracks and start to dry, giving Scarlet Spider. But yeah, as a kid, when I saw the tagline for him, all the power, none of the responsibility, I was sold. That's the Spider-Man I wanted to be, because I felt like the weight of the world on my shoulders. Even as like a small child, it was all the superhero cartoons and comics and stuff, I guess, made me like this. Now I have spun gold. I'm just adding a little gold detail to the buckle on the back of his belt that holds it down. I have to go in for his mask now. I have a satin indigo blue. So satin, again, it's just a little shiny, but not too much. But I'm just dry brushing it around, not trying to get perfect. Now I have a tropical blue, and I'm doing a little less of that, but just dry brushing, because by putting a darker color and a lighter color makes everything pop out. I'm using the colors he already had, except for when I painted all the straps and stuff to look like leather, as those are my base colors, like the blue and the green he already was. Yeah. How far are we? Oh, so I wanted to do something that NECA didn't do, and I saw they have like dirty yellow fingernails, so I'm giving them those with the raw sienna, because NECA didn't do that, so I got them one up. But they have a better face, but I didn't want to sculpt his face. I just wanted to do a repaint, but I had to sand down the nose a little, at least, just because it looked funny with the big beak and open mouth and open eyes. Yeah, didn't look super tough, but those are the backs, and you have the before and the after and the NECA, but it was NECA, then mine, and then here they are again. We'll keep looking at them, or if you're still with me, thanks a lot for watching. There's Scarlet Spider, Ben Riley. That was just a fun little thing I wanted to do, and I thought it's a good time to do it because I already have all the paint and stuff out. But thanks for watching. Until next time, remember, always keep your head up. Peace.